Good morning, children. Welcome to our chemistry class. Now we are discussing concentration of solution. There are many types of solutions are there based on the proportion of solute and solvent. Saturated solution, no more solute can be dissolved in a solution at a given temperature. If the amount of solute contained in a solution is less than the saturation level, it is called an unsaturated solution. The amount of solute present in the saturated solution at a particular temperature is called its solubility. Here, the concentration of a solution is the amount of solute present in a given amount of solution or the amount of solute dissolved in a given mass or volume of solvent. That means concentration of a solution is equal to amount of solute divided by amount of solution or amount of solute divided by amount of solvent. Then there are various ways to expressing the concentration of a solution, but here we will learn only two methods. The first method is mass by mass percentage of a solution is equal to mass of solute divided by mass of solution into 100. And second way, mass by volume percentage of a solution is equal to mass of solute divided by volume of solution into 100. Now, here factors affecting solubility. There are two factors are mentioned here, temperature and pressure. Solubility increases with increasing temperature and the solution is different for gases. With the increase in temperature, they became less soluble in each other and in water, but more soluble in organic solvents. Then pressure. For the majority of solid and liquid solutes, pressure does not affect solubility. The solubility of gas is directly proportional to the pressure of this gas. Children, I illustrated a problem from textbook, an activity. An example 2.1. A solution contains 40 gram of common salt in 320 gram of water. Calculate the concentration in terms of mass by mass percentage of the solution. As you know, how we can calculate the concentration of solution by two methods. So here we are using one method, mass by mass percentage of the solution. So let us see what are the solution. Mass of solute is given 40 gram and mass of the solvent also given 320 gram. We know mass of solution is equal to mass of solute plus mass of solvent. So addition 40 gram plus 320 gram is equal to 360 gram. Then now we have to calculate mass percentage of solution is equal to, as we know, mass of solute divided by mass of solution into 100. So let us given the numbers here, 40 divided by 360 into 100, that is equal to 11.1 percentage. Next, suspension. Suspensions already we learned in the previous class. What is suspension and their characteristics, properties, examples, etc. So now there is no explanation, no more explanation here. So let us see once again. A suspension is a heterogeneous mixture in which the solute particle do not dissolve but remain suspended throughout the bulk of the medium. The solute particle settle down when a suspension is left undisturbed and they can be separated from the mixture by filtration. It's enough for the suspension. We already learned and we wrote the content in our notebook also. So no more explanation here, just mentioned, okay. And colloidal solutions also we learned yesterday, last class. So a colloidal solution is a mixture in which the substances are regularly suspended in a fluid. Then the colloidal solutions are classified into foam, emulsion, salt. Yes children, in previous class we learned the suspension and colloidal solutions are showing the scattering of light. So that effect or that phenomena of particles in a suspension or a colloidal solution is known as Tyndall effect. That is, scattering of light by particles in a colloid or else particles in a very fine suspension is known as Tyndall effect. For example, it can be observed when sunlight passes through the canopy of a dense forest, as you know, I think. Next, we have to discuss what is dispersed phase and dispersion medium. The solute-like component of the dispersed particle in a colloid form the dispersed phase. and dispersion medium is the component in which the dispersive phase is suspended is known as dispersing medium. Okay. Well, children, what is aerosol? A colloidal solution with the dispersive phase solid or liquid and dispersing medium is gas. So, this type of colloidal solutions are known as aerosol. What is foam? A colloidal solution with the dispersive phase is gas and dispersion medium is solid or liquid is called foam. Example, shaving cream. Okay. Then what is salts? A colloidal solution with the dispersed phase solid and dispersing medium liquid is called salt. For example, milk of magnesia, mud, etc. Gels and emulsion. A colloidal solution with dispersed phase liquid and dispersing medium solid is called gel. A colloidal solution with dispersed phase liquid and dispersing medium liquid. So it is called emulsion. See, you can see now a table here. Common examples of colloids. Dispersed phase, dispersing medium, type, example, etc. So there are many examples for colloids. Now let us conclude our topics today. What we have learned today? Concentration of solution, its equation, Tyndall effect, types of colloids. Children, it's time for homework questions. First one, differentiate between homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures with examples. Second question, how are salt, solution and suspension different from each other? Last question, to make a saturated solution, 36 gram of sodium chloride is dissolved in 100 gram of water at 293 Kelvin. Find its concentration at this temperature. So, it's time for wind up our class today. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you next class. Bye-bye.